Hey guys, I got something special for you guys today. Earlier this week I posted an interview I did with Gavin Winter, the senior system designer for Overwatch 2, over at the Spotlight event that I attended last week. And it seems you guys really liked that interview. But later during that same stream, I also got the chance to talk to Dion Rogers, the art director for Overwatch 2. And with him was the producer for the team that makes all of the competitive rewards. Sadly, the name of the person escapes me, because I'm really bad with names. If you're watching this, I'm terribly sorry. I apologize. But anyways, he is the producer for the team that made the cosmic weapon skins, for instance, and much, much more. A really cool dude, a really awesome dude. If only I could remember his name. But we talked about skins, maps, rewards, and also about the direction that they seem to be taking with a lot of the new skins. I've talked about this before, but they seem to be doing something different. And Dion addressed it. They also answered some of the questions my chat had. But I do have to warn you. Because of the microphone, which was not meant to do these types of deals, interviews, and me being really bad at using it, handing it back and forth, the sound is not ideal. It is just kind of bad, but I managed to fix most of it. I used all the tools I have in my arsenal, and I think I got it to a pretty decent place. But occasionally it is going to cut out for a short while, but it might be a bit of a weird glitchy sound once in a while. But I had to post this video because there is so much interesting info in there. So enjoy. Oh, but before we start, more videos are coming about my other experiences at the Spotlight event, other stuff I got to try. All right, let's jump in.
No. I was actually just in the middle of deliberating, like, am I going to play another match because my editors back home are waiting to download the VOD, but it's not working out. But it's fine. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Awesome.
I'm a big fan of all your work. I love seeing everything that you explained what you do in the team already. The producer, I think it's really important. And of course, I know everything that you've been telling me.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel after the announcement and seeing the excitement within this group and the excitement online?
Oh, it's good. Yeah. So finally, we've been working on it a long time. The team, a lot of artists, engineers, designers, and animators. So it's good to finally just kind of get it out there,
To kind of see the reaction of all the people, because in the end, it's something that a lot of people have been waiting for, to kind of see what is going to be the next thing for Overwatch.
Yeah.
And then your guys in your department, I mean, we just got to look at the new hero.
Mm-hmm.
The first reaction I had is that she looks amazing. Like, I get compared pretty often to Viking. I don't know why. It's pretty weird. But the whole vibe, I can imagine that you have some interesting ideas on kind of skins and stuff that make going good. I don't really share anything. Yeah, for Freya.
Yes, we definitely have some cool scams, and we got to wait and see, basically.
Midst of my question, I did realize, like, there's not much that they can tell us, but I think she looks pretty awesome. I got the reactions from my chat have also been quite exciting to see.
Awesome. She's a fun character too, the crossbow. We've always wanted our team to say, we need a crossbow character, right? And Zion finally, we got together and created this character that, sometimes our archetypes are like a cowboy, a knight, an angel, or it's based off a weapon like soldier and railgun. So this time we're like, hey, what's a crossbow bounty hunter look like in Overwatch universe? So this is how we came up with Freya.
Yeah, it really kind of brought me to that feel from World of Warcraft. Like, but not actually, like the Demon Hunter skin for Sombra also kind of has the same vibe. You also get that crossbow. Are there like inspirations that you took, because she's Danish, right? Because we didn't get that from the trailer, but they told me she's Danish. Like stuff that you draw in, like you were.
If you look at her artwork closely, there's a lot of iconography from with this kind of Danish culture.
Okay.
And the kind of color palette we chose to has some things that we looked at least for our base skin.
Yeah.
But one of her skins will actually show more of her culture even more, so give a hint at what some of the skins may look like. We wanted to also, some of the design comes in creating a silhouette for what's with the cape.
Yeah.
How she holds a crossbow. So it's a balance of both the gameplay and this kind of artistic value.
Yeah. I can imagine that the thing that for me stood out with Lightfear, for instance, I think he's an amazing looking character, and some of the later skins that were been released for him, like amazing. But the challenge of getting the leaves petals.
Yes.
This is going to be kind of a new thing where you're going to have to work with the cape. Yeah.
The cape, yeah. And she probably has to keep the cape in almost every skin. So But we can change the length of it, shrink it, or do some cool tattered, weathered capes and things like that. So we found a pretty good range, I think.
Yeah,
just nice to
see it.
Yeah.
Actually, while I'm talking about that, because this is something I've been talking about a lot, I noticed something, and you as an art director are going to definitely be able to clear that up for me. But I've seen like the skins kind of be a little more risky, taking a little step away from the core. Like with more, I've seen a lot of experimenting, kind of like a lot of different stuff. Is that like you guys pushing the boundaries a little further after all those years?
Yeah, you can kind of see with Stadia, we're like pushing like the limits of what like a fantasy of the hero can be. So we kind of said that across the board, like how transformative can we be with the skin? Then not. What's the full fantasy of creating or this character that they've seen for so many years? So some of the newer heroes, these phrase, and you'll see us take that right away. This idea that we can push them further than normally would go with. Some of it was for gameplay reasons, like we don't want to change the silhouette too much, so you always can see the read. But we realized a lot of the animation helps with recognizing the hero. You know, you see like you know who he is. Freya's movements very wind dashing like. Yeah. So she's very recognizable just by the way her movements are. So it allows us to be, and like I said, a bit more casual, a skin less. We're a little like, it was just like a whole different, so we just let.
I love it with the new Mora skin that is in there that I just got to see for the battle pass. It's just so different. It's kind of nice. How the reactions been in other places with the new look for the weapons? Because you can check in with me with that. Yeah, checking everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty positive. I'm actually really happy.
Yeah,
it's very good. Very important. They want to try to make this look. It makes magic.
Yeah,
we push the limits on what we can do, and I'm very happy with the reception. I really hope you use some really other companies.
Yep.
People doing some really cool stuff. I saw yourself do that. So I'm really
oh god.
So I'm really hoping that people like it so much that they're playing Fortnite, you know?
Yeah.
And
I think for a lot of people it's just like they want to kind of have this reward, this thing, this something that they can keep with them from that season or from that year, something that just and with the Jade weapons, green is I think like a bit of a color that people will fall kind of
it's not as
yeah. But if you go spectacular like this, I think like you said yourself, you can make these color combinations. So that is kind of I think a nice move forward with these kits.
In the same vein as your previous question, because before we were going with gemstones as the idea, like it's gonna be diamond, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be jade, ruby. Then we just said, what happens if we just do something more fantastical, and the next one, what's another new idea for it? It doesn't have to be a gemstone, basically. But at first we were kind of set on the gemstone thing, but it didn't push it enough, Yeah,
I'm kind of glad to see, because I've talked about this a lot, that you guys have been listening, which people are still kind of pushing back to like, no, they're listening, but this stuff takes time. Talked about this, and I'm glad that also kind of that openness, and it's not like it never was. And I think you guys made what you thought was looking amazing. It always looked amazing, but now there's like interaction going on.
Yep.
Also in the art department, which I kind of like a lot. I just was playing. I keep saying arena, but it's stadium. I'm going to have to remember that. And I saw a lot of new kind of environments, a lot of new maps. Like I saw that the arcology is finally going to be in there.
A long time.
One of the things I love doing is exploring these maps and finding the little Easter eggs. Is there one thing you can tell me that I need to look for, like the moment that map comes in, that I need to search for? Don't tell me what it is exactly, but just like
interesting for stadium or arcology.
For the arcology.
That's interesting. I think there's no like immediate Easter egg that comes to mind. There will, but there's some like architectural things I'll be doing. Normally, our Overwatch map takes place, we pick a city like New York, Cairo, and we still have to make the world derivative of that. But every once in a while, we'll get a more high fantasy map like New Junk City or Arcology, where we really get the map that people just, we don't have reference. What we should do. I think you're going to find some really fun, the way we chose to use water to help to describe a wall, or the aquarium that is connected to the architecture in such a kind of sci-fi or futuristic way because we don't have like reference you know. So
Yeah, you can go.
probably our most high fantasy map where it will make for
I've been talking about that map for so many years, and when the trailer was playing, I was just yelling really loudly, like, that's your ecology, that's your ecology. So I'm looking forward. There's a lot of lore to the map that a lot of people don't know, and that is great to get.
doing some fun things with Tokyo too.
Oh yeah, it's a new Tokyo map.
New Tokyo.
Yeah.
So imagine we already have a couple Japanese maps. What would we do if we had to do something way different than what Tokyo can be? So the environment team or world building team has just done some really fun and just kind of like unexpected things with, but it still feels like Japan.
Yeah, it's like the Overwatch. Yeah, I saw the concept art. It looked really, really, really beautiful. It was it kind of stood out immediately that there was something very, very different. I'm trying to kind of scan my chat at the meanwhile. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in here. I think there's always people that have questions about art. There was one question that I actually still had, but it kind of slipped my mind.
Does it have to do with season 15 or anything?
No, I think it was what we were talking about. Oh yeah, no, that's what I wanted to say. That is something I appreciate a lot about what you guys do. It's more than a global. It's kind of, because you said world building. Like the maps always feel so rich and details and small stuff. Like I know there's one place in Junkertown where you can hear someone taking a shower and singing on the shower.
Silly, right?
There's so many people that never heard that because you play on those maps. You're not kind of paying attention to those details. So you guys are doing an amazing job.
The sound design in the world is, if you just walk around the spaces, it's pretty incredible what the sound team does. Yeah.
It's not just, it's like everything, like the small details that are added. There's so much. That's why I love doing these map tours. One of the questions I've been getting a lot, and yeah, I have made a few videos about that, and I think you guys might be able to answer that. Are there any plans to kind of souvenirs to kind of evolve that into something different?
Oh yeah, souvenirs. We've been thinking about souvenirs for a while. I don't know if we have anything immediate to do, but it's definitely on our radar. It's something that's like, we're trying to produce them in a way, like at least now you can see some of the newer characters. They just show it really fast, so at least you can be. Some of them are more expressive. It's about like saying Deemzies or I love
I love the art.
Yeah, right. So that's some of the focus, but we're definitely thinking about what's a remote version of souvenirs. Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, I love the models for a lot of the souvenirs. I think they're really beautiful.
Yep.
And it's just the way that they use is something that didn't work out. I mean, it's something you guys tried, and it happens sometimes. Some things work out, or something.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't meant to be filler or anything. We thought we were making like expressive items and a way to emote, basically, even more than just like the emotes you have. So like, it's supposed to have been just like a quick G2, or you did a good play, and the guy puts out art for the cool play you did. It just didn't.
Yeah, I get the spirit, but it just in general, it's just become this thing where it feels like filler now. But
I think we definitely talking. Right?
Yeah, cool. See, that is great to share a lot of people. Are there plans to make more lore-based?
Lore-based skins.
Anything you can share about more lore-based skins?
Nothing to share.
Okay, but I think we all understood that something is going to happen at some point, but not right now. And you guys are probably already working with your team. What the next year is going to be the idea that you have. Like
we're starting to have a
thinking. Yeah, we're sorry. Because a lot of people underestimate the work that go into making those skins and kind of making those effects and make sure that they work everything. Like, where do you kind of start out with that idea? Is it like a tech artist that comes up with a certain texture that you guys feel like, oh, we can do something like that, or is it like just the concept on paper?
It's a bit of both, right?
But it's a bit of both. And so we write it, back maybe, and then the tech artist. Can we have people to say like, what we can actually do?
Yeah, right.
We experiment, we do. Eventually, we finally hit something that really. This is actually the out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Is it? I can imagine that with some of the skins, some of those materials that you're going to use, you test out if it works, if it kind of.
Yeah. Is it?
I love the way that you guys always sneak in stuff and others things. Yeah, as a test. And I'm always the guy that is pointing at it. I think this is a test for something, and everybody is calling it trees, which is about 6 or 7 times. It's true.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward. But the next year is going to be with what of the year you got created for the year coming after that. We were talking to Gavin earlier and trying to get something out of it. I'm not even going to chat with you guys because I know my chat was really keen on learning more about the next hero with the water and whatnot. I'm definitely looking forward when I get this back to look like because
yeah, kind of like we mentioned before. You have the cowboys and knights, or the characters based off the weapon, railgun, crossbow. Now, what's an elemental character feel like in Overwatch, but still grounded in science and the things that we normally do with Overwatch, but this character we're having fun with. Okay, what's our elements of the years feel like, And
there's always been the discussion that I can remember from the start. Is there magic in the Overwatch universe?
We talk about magic all the time. And it feels like magic is just science that you don't understand.
Yeah,
right.
That is a very good point. So we had this party yesterday where there was what do you call him? Yeah, a magician. There's can't be the word. He was doing card tricks and whatnot. In a way, that is also magic, but it's science we don't understand. Well, I did love that the fact that we just got the last Airbender collab. That I get to see someone that is using water the way that is I presume that you guys knew way in advance that the last Airbender thing was going to happen. Does it kind of inspire you in these collaborations to kind of do these heroes, these art kits?
No, but we do, obviously things take a long time, so we about to use them long, but it's more of like the hero fantasy to tell us. In this case, it's an element. There could potentially be a fire hero site. How do we do this? Right?
Yeah, I've been always. I know a lot of people want something with fire, like what do you call flamethrowers? I'm just going to throw it out there. I've already told Alec like 2 years ago. I want to see a pet hero at some time.
Oh, really? Okay. Good feedback. Yeah.
I asked him back at BlizzCon last time it was happening, can we have a pet hero? And he said, yeah, there's too much going on in the game right now. I'm not going to exclude it, but I'm still kind of holding hopes up.
Okay. All right, make it fit.
I think it's not as easy to pull off, probably because every time you guys have been like, when you guys introduced Bob and Ash, it was like, oh, look at that, it's going to be, it's just the ultimate. Okay, that's cool. And then Keiko came along, the Fox is going, it's the ultimate. Okay, so I'm still waiting. But
and there's a bunch of technical heroes, like Bob and Ash, they share, like, other heroes have a certain quality.
Oh, yeah.
Ash and Bob, shit. Every time we make a skin or something for them, we're doing a straight. It was we trust.
That's one of the issues why, like, a lot of people want another mecha hero, and the reason why I keep telling me, like, yeah, but that is like technically difficult because of the skills, because you have to do the same thing.
Kind of into it. Pretty high.
Yeah.
Tell them it's okay.
Just trying to keep an eye if they can hear it. Now, there's someone that asked, I always have been to pay homage to other IPs to the collabs on making the stick to new Overwatch. The whole concept basically of making it costumes and kind of if you found it, I'm going to just Agent, I'm not kidding to hijack your question. Yeah.
This is interesting because actually never we actually have a conversation here with action. What would he choose? And then for the IP collectors, we Ash and actually be in the characters. And they watch TV show. They get very into their event animation, right? And who would they choose to cosplay? That's, so that it's actually really silly. That's how we kind of start sometimes, And it's not like exactly like who fits what. It's more of the personality of the character. Would they choose to be that character? And then we try to change our character, like our cosplaying, but we want to be as transformer as possible on the skins and differently. But all in there still wear.
Yeah.
We do have knowledge culture. If you start, it's just like, what would Reinhardt choose,
the community does the same thing, because that's always like when you guys announce a collaboration, everybody starts to connect the dots. Like, oh, this hero is going to be this person, and this hero is going to be this person. And then, of course, you guys have the hard choice of yeah. And you have to choose 5 of them, and then there's always going to be, with The Last Airbender, a lot of people were surprised that the Kiaker's kid was in there. They would expect someone else. But yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
And another question I have for you guys is, who do I need to bribe to get a Thundercats?
Wow. I want that too. Yeah. God.
You are not the first person who has asked, that's for sure.
That's good. That's good news. That is something to build on.
I have to be counting out. They might be nice me, so there's like many interest there still.
It was the cartoon that I was watched as a kid, and it keeps coming back, and it's something that new generations have been discovering. And I think it would be awesome. Yeah.
Who would you?
Oh, would it make Lino? I would make Reinhardt every character.
No,
would not be. Oh, I'm thinking actually, Lino, that is actually a very good point.
I don't like it.
You know what the thing is? I feel I would have a difficult time giving it to a character that I don't play. But I think there would be some awesome things that could be done with them. They don't need all in due time.
Yep. Voltron.
It's a now.
When the Transformers collab was announced, I was watching the trailer, and I think I jumped up and hit my knee again. So like, I love that IP so much. So we need more K-pop skins. Yeah, that is one of my mods. It just says really like they're coming the K-pop skins. But yeah, there's another collaboration with Les Seraphim, so we can expect a whole batch of new stuff. They're really cool. Yeah. They are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the most popular collab that has been, like, it's just generally looking like a lot of people were hyped. Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Outside of the community, definitely.
But yeah, they look cool. And we saw the teaser. We're doing it.
I'm not really Omnic Heroes. Yeah, that is also kind of not Omnic Heroes, but that is not something that Dion, the rest of the art department has to choose.
Like it started off, but we have a lot of ideas over here.
I would love to see some of the well, I'm going to say the hard drives now, but back in the day would be the floppy. I was actually taking the papers. Oh, like the sketches that you guys have lying around.
Oh yes,
the concepts that you guys have been there.
That's hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with this thing. Like, I'm just sitting here with the microphone, you're talking, and I'm just like, okay. But Dion, you've been around for quite a while now in the company and in the team. Like, from an art perspective, kind of, what do you feel has kind of shifted? That is a really difficult question to answer, but what do you feel is like, when it comes to the art identity for Overwatch, kind of what was the biggest shift that you felt in all those years?
Yeah. Well, yes, I was on Overwatch 4. It was the name. What are the fun actually? No, you may not see it that way, but we actually listen for the innovation. Like everyone said, and we take it to heart. Your artists, people, to art can be subjective, so it's tough. We definitely think you would come good feedback. And then a huge part, that clarity of the game versus Overwatch 1, Overwatch 2. I think got far. I can't do it. Dude. The heroes are visible. The silhouettes of one are strong. Or they're seniors. Not to say these were fine in Overwatch 1, but we definitely actively try to maintain some gameplay cohesion while we make art. But so we even sit next to designers so that we're always talking and things like that. This is something I feel it's a cross-pleasure. We do this much more. Where the art is a collective meaning. Got somebody got that.
That kind of makes sense when you start out with a game, and especially the way that the game started out.
Yeah.
We all know the history, but most people in my chat will know the history and that how it started out. throughout the flow of the game, you kind of start to figure things out and how they have to work together. Someone asked us, Agent again, where do you get the inspiration for the concept? It's going to be a very broad question.
Yeah. We'll use a map where we're going to create a map. So I think I talked a little bit before. New York, when we were going to make New York. Usually when we look at a real world location, we try to find an era in the architectural design of a place. Like New York, for example, is Art Deco, or France is Art Nouveau. And we do a time jump on this. We look at this kind of golden era of architecture and we kind of a time jump, maybe 80 years or so. And imagine they are still using Art Deco 80 years from now in New York. And this is how we start to come up with how to start concepting the lakes there. Paris is a good example.
I was going to say, yeah.
Normally, generally when someone makes a sci-fi France, they make this most like kind of high fantasy city, and then they put the Eiffel Tower in and call it Paris. While we wanted to actually use the architecture that's there, but time jumping, they kept Art Nouveau, mixed in technology and things like that, but it's very much recognizable as France today. But like there's an edge to the way it looks. So this is generally how we start the world building part of Overwatch. It's basically find a golden era of a place, time jump it, basically.
Yeah, but that actually makes a lot of sense, and that is very noticeable too. It makes the maps feel very kind of positive and fun, and kind of you recognize I live in Belgium. My colleague next to me, he is from France, and you immediately recognize the style and the whole kind of the vibe around it. Bringing it back to basically, to be honest, bringing it into a future that is kind of realistic.
Yes, right.
In a way, not to push it too far.
Because we ultimately take it place in a real world, and like some of that relatability is key to Overwatch. Is that you can look at it and relate to it. If it's too sci-fi, it's harder to relate to it. Because you just recognize it. You can see it in things like it is super kind of like detailed and technical, but. For example, when we place a dropship in a map, it's a very sci-fi looking place, but we'll put like a regular fire extinguisher inside of it. It grounds it. Look at the world. You look at the objects that's in the world. It's a coffee cup. It's a thing. We don't try to sci-fi certain things. A door handle remains hand size, or door stays pretty big. These are subtle cues that we'd use to keep the world grounded while still pushing sci-fi elements, right? Or you take the opposite spectrum is a car in Overwatch. At first, when we were making cars, they were pretty sci-fi and they looked like spaceships. But when we just went back to a car and you just give it hover wheels, but there's still mirrors, we took away the antenna, right? But they're so much more relatable when it just looks like a sci-fi car, but it's grounded still,
I love the 6-man cars that you guys did.
Yes, right.
When I grew up, those were driving around. Those were the cars that I saw zipping around in Belgium and France. And you just look at them, and that is something you guys do an amazing job at. Is the cultural references.
Yeah.
Like I have to research them, and then I will walk around on a map and I see a pastry. I look at the pastry and go, this is not a random pastry. Start Googling it, and it turns out like a local dish. And the people that live there, that is different.
That's inside. In Spain now. All over Europe, all over the US, from Asia. So all of them are contributing to these things. So things we don't know. Someone will say, hey, we put this in. People follow the house record. So nothing's got to fun about being a thing of taste. Yeah, they glass everywhere. The team is pretty international. Yeah, that's so big. It's that's how some the Brazilian matters. I got some of our heroes and French guy. So no one helped us time, but no.
Yeah, you do a good job. And if you ever need like advice on Belgian maps or anything, just let me know. We have some beautiful places. Just say, just show it.
Felt beautiful. We should see that.
Look, we have a lot of beer. Just say, if you need any extra motivation, let me just put it that way. Let me see. That years ago, yeah, okay, I can actually answer that question, but I don't think you guys are allowed to talk about stuff like that. the Netflix series. That was all corporate thing, and I made a video about it.
But we finally stopped.
So I can imagine, yeah. There's so much beauty in what you guys do that every time you guys release an animated short, that is a question we need to get back to after this question, because that is a big one. No, it really kind of, the number one comment I get on all of that is they need to make something big and something like in a series like that. But I don't know if there's anything going on. You can talk about it. Yeah, for just anything in or outside, different media for your Overwatch.
Yeah, they can't. I was for 2009, something that would.
So we've been testing out different, and that's like being a bastard. And then ultimately that may result in show, But right now we're kind of in a something. It's not an idea. That's plus 2 and 4. We're just gonna see it. You can make episodes, not just one episode.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of lore waiting to be explained and shown off, and in very different ways.
We talk about really, but we felt something about them.
Today was just, I think, the first step in what I feel is something big, something that really a lot of people were waiting for. If I look at the reactions of the people around me, the people in my chat. This is actually an interesting. Does the art team handle the emotes? I think so, yeah.
We do, yes.
Yeah. If you've captured the individual heroes, personalities, and body emotes and alien emotions. Oh yeah, how do you do that? Yeah, and I can imagine there's a lot of acting going on with the people that does that.
Yeah, our animation team is super into it. And don't get a mirror and just, it's still themselves. Like, once we know the person they give the hero, they just try to. But yeah, the animation.
There's no motion capture. Everything is hand. That's
no motion capture. Yeah, everything is in there. Yeah,
I think that is a good choice because it gives that little bit of, I'm going to say cartoony sometimes like that. Yeah. It is. So do you have like people in the team that are always like the reference for a certain emote for a certain hero that you think they do that character really good? Like you have someone floating around that is perfect for Sigma emotes or something.
Oh, there's a couple people that are like that. A go-to person for doesn't matter what gender the character.
It's just so funny.
You don't need to tell me. You don't need to answer the question. Is Aaron the reference for soldier?
Well, no.
And sometimes, like when he has his hair like perfectly cut, and he's just standing there, he kind of looks like soldier. Kind of, it would be a good reference.
No, that's a good question.
Let me see. Here we got other questions. I wanted to ask about a series of movies of Overwatch and the lore. Yeah, Copycat, you were just like literally 2 seconds too late then because we just discussed it. But yeah,
it's not lost. It's not lost. And I still explore how to do them. The game. Yeah, we got too much cool stuff. So we've been wanting to do it too. We just got to find a way to do it. Series.
Yeah, we need to talk louder. That's true, but it's my fault. I'm going to take the blame on this. I'm just very bad with holding the microphone close enough to people, so I'm just going to take the blame on that. If you had a reference to Reinhardt, no, I'm not. I did that much. I'm often being compared with Reinhardt because I have the beard and the voice and the whatnot. Is there anything you guys kind of want to share or kind of like, you feel like, see, I'm doing it again. I'm the microphone away from me. That you kind of feel like something people need to keep an eye out in the next few months that wasn't, how do I put this, like something like, a little hint.
Something I can't really share it, but Aaron hinted at it in the Spotlight video more than especially 15 and season 16 especially. There are 4 surprises that you stadium get out, but until you see what we have in store for season 16. Yeah. It's fun as easy, but yeah, we definitely didn't share.
Cool. I like these teachers. I love lately you guys been very good at surprising the hell out of us. Like in the middle of the season, suddenly you drop something on top of it. It's like, where did this come from? Ooh, that is so completely. So that is kind of let me see. Famous voice actor. Love to voice act. What? Is there a voice actor that you would like to see voicing character in game. Like that you feel not because of the hero, but because of voice actor that you want to have a game.
Oh, you got it. Arnold's missing. Oh, yeah, good.
I want to see that too. Can we have that happen because he's getting old? I think that needs to happen.
Arnold would be great. I would love Keanu. Yeah, I would.
Maybe Keanu Reeves.
Voice the shine.
Yeah, right.
I think you guys would be able to convince him. I'm pretty sure you could find a way. He's a really nice guy.
Like this actor, Team Dave, he has a pretty that I think it's nice, like a new villain, you know, some sort of Omnic that has this kind of glare like an electronic cell poison.
But I should know that.
Yeah, he's done some work for Death.
I think.
Yeah, but maybe.
I probably know about it, but I'm really bad with names. Yeah. I'm really bad with names. That's why I call my girlfriend because I think I remember there.
Like Jerry.
I can't say that because she's sleeping. She's not awake. She's here, so she didn't see this. But it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Dion, I've been watching you do your presentations and talking about it. It's always, I always say that it's a pleasure to see you talk about it because you're always so just happy to be working and saying that stuff. Yeah, it really shows. It's always, I think in general, I feel like the people that I got to meet over the last few years, I've noticed everybody's very excited. But on you, I can see it on your face. Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to me and to spend some time on my I'll probably see you guys at the next shit. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still sticking around.
Oh, I guess yeah.
If I ever get any other more questions, I'll make sure to relay this.
Talk to you.
Thanks, guys.
So much.
That was a fun chat. There were some good questions, guys.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It always helps me out. I also want to thank my patrons. I could not make these videos without you guys. You too can become part of the family over on patreon.com/theomnicpost. If you have a few minutes left, maybe check out one of my other videos and make sure to subscribe. But above all, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.